Welcome to the Celiac Diaries podcast. I'm your host, Lucia Cordero, and this is where we get real about life with celiac disease. Each week, I'll share practical gluten-free tips, wellness hacks, and honest conversations about the emotional side of living with an autoimmune condition. Think of this as your weekly mix of support, relatability, and inspiration to help you not just survive, but thrive with celiac. Before we dive in, just a quick reminder, I'm not a medical professional. Everything I share is based on my own experience living with celiac disease. This podcast is not medical advice, so please always consult your doctor about your own health. Welcome back to the Celiac Diaries podcast. I'm your host, Lucia Cordero, and we have a special guest in studio, Yay. Jenny Lipof from @Gluten-Free Jenny on TikTok and Instagram. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited.
Oh my gosh, I love your page. You share a lot of like the gluten-free eats that you're eating. In New York City, you live in Brooklyn.
Yes.
And I just found out right before we started recording that you're a teacher.
I am. I'm a special education teacher in Bushwick.
That's so awesome.
District 75 represent.
Love. And how long have you been doing that?
This is my second year teaching,
Okay.
so I'm new to the education realm. I just got my master's.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's so
like
cool.
2 years ago, but still, it still feels recent.
Totally,
And
yeah.
Yeah, so I'm a teacher by day and by night, a foodie.
I love that. So you have celiac disease, and we were talking about this. You were diagnosed at 1 year old.
Yeah.
Which, like, you're the only person I know that was diagnosed that early, like, as a baby. So all your life, like, all you've ever known is celiac.
Yeah. All I've known is gluten-free food. Pretty much, I was one of the first patients in the practice at Boston Mass General.
Okay, wow.
Yeah. So the reason I found out I had it was when I was 1 year old. So my reaction is like super severe.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's coming out of every pore in my body.
Okay.
Kind of severe. And like
Yeah.
I'm sweating, I'm fainting. Like there's a lot going on. It lasts about like 4 hours and it happens exactly 2 hours after eating.
Oh my gosh, wow.
Like exactly on the dot. So like sometimes I'll like time it after I eat to
Yeah.
be like, oh, I'm going to be okay.
Just every time you eat, 2 hour timer.
Literally,
okay,
if I
good.
eat out. But yeah, so my mom was like, I was lethargic. I couldn't keep any food down.
Mm-hmm.
So
Like as a baby, you were just throwing up everything.
everything. And when you're sick, your mom gives you saltines or crackers.
right, yeah.
So she was literally like continuing to poison me accidentally.
Yeah. Well, that's such a common thing because it's common to have like bread or crackers whenever
Yes.
your stomach feels upset. But then with celiac, that just
It's like
makes
so
things worse.
bad. It just
Yeah.
blows it up. So I
my
was
gosh.
like really not doing too hot, like really underweight, really lethargic, couldn't do anything. So
and
my
you were
mom,
just a baby. That makes me so sad to think about. Oh my gosh.
I know. It broke my parents' hearts, honestly. Like I'm sure,
you're the
like
first
everybody.
child?
Yeah, I was their first
Oh my gosh,
child.
that's so stressful for
so
them.
it must have
I
been
can
so
imagine.
scary. That's a
Yeah.
good point. And so then my mom was like going through like her medical books at night, trying to like figure out my symptoms. And she
Yeah.
stumbled upon celiac disease, and she asked my
Did
doctor.
she have a medical background?
No.
She was just researching?
She was just researching.
Yeah.
And so she asked the doctor, like, can you give her an endoscopy? And they found that I had celiac disease from my endoscopy.
So you got an endoscopy as a baby?
Yeah.
I didn't even know they did those.
Yeah.
Wow.
1.5.
Oh my goodness.
It's crazy.
And I imagine you don't remember
No.
that at all. Okay.
Not at all. I don't remember
Yeah.
any of this, luckily,
Mm-hmm.
because that would have been super traumatic.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't remember any of it. Once I started my gluten-free diet, I was like back to being a normal 1.5-year-old kid.
Wow. It was
crazy.
just like that.
Mhm.
That's so cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Thank you for sharing that. I want to get more into that in a little bit, but first let's do our little weekly segments that we have on the pod. So first up is our gluten-free fave of the week. Do you have a product that you've been loving?
I do.
Okay.
I just found it in Whole Foods. Do you know Quinn's?
I think I saw that on your story.
Yeah.
But
it's like-
outside of that, no.
Okay, it's like a pretzel brand. They like make like loaded pretzels. Like they have like a peanut butter jelly one.
Okay.
And I don't know if this is recent or not, but I just found it. And it's a pretzel rod, but it's like stuffed in the middle with peanut butter and honey.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah, I've been dipping it in chocolate. It's like the perfect sweet treat.
And is that a gluten-free brand or they just have like a gluten-free version?
Gluten-free brand, I believe.
Oh, amazing. Okay.
Yeah, they have a lot of good stuff.
Love that. That sounds yummy.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we have our news of the week. So this was an interesting story involving a lawsuit that I thought it'd be fun to talk about.
Oh my God.
But a celiac diner sues Olive Garden after a gluten mix-up leads to medical emergency. So a man with celiac disease in Kentucky has filed a lawsuit against Olive Garden after he was served gluten-containing pasta, despite clearly requesting a gluten-free meal. Obviously, as we all know, that led to a serious medical reaction, caused him days of illness. In his lawsuit, he argues that Olive Garden and the server knew that he required safe gluten-free food, and he claims that the restaurant had a duty to prepare a safe meal once they told him they could accommodate his medical needs. Instead, he alleges the restaurant negligently and carelessly gave him a gluten-containing dish, directly resulting in his injuries. So Olive Garden has not publicly responded to the allegations. The company's website notes that while they offer gluten-free pasta, the Alfredo sauce contains gluten, and they also warn that cross-contact is possible because their kitchens are not gluten-free environments, which is something I feel like everyone hears all the time. But the lawsuit alleges that the problem was not the cross-contact issue, but a complete substitution of full gluten pasta in place of the gluten-free pasta. So I thought this was so interesting because this is kind of a relatable thing. I mean, It hasn't happened to me a bunch with celiac, but it's definitely happened before where I go to a restaurant and it's not even a cross-contact issue that glutens me, but it's literally just they give you the wrong food.
Yeah.
But I never thought to sue because that's kind of a lot.
I was going to say, I feel like I would be a billionaire at this point if I sued every restaurant that did that to me. Like,
yeah.
Do you call it getting glutened?
I do, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I do too, but I've been glutened so much for some reason in the last year. And like, I'm usually so good about it.
Yeah.
But something like this happened. I didn't sue, but I went to, I don't want to say like the name, but I went to a specific bar that was known for having like celiac certified items.
Oh, okay.
Literally celiac certified on the menu.
Oh, wow.
And I have been before and never gotten sick.
Yeah.
And then I recently went and I took a look at the fries and I was like, that's so weird because I take pictures of all my food, obviously. So I was like, this looks different than like the old fries.
Yeah.
And my boyfriend's like, no, it's going to taste so good. Like, it's all good. They probably got new fries. So I eat it. 2 hours later.
Oh my gosh, right on the dot.
Right on the dot. I'm like, I really don't feel well. And boom, I am in the bathroom like the rest of the night. And so I called the place and I said, I'm going to come in. I'm going to read the ingredients. First ingredient was wheat flour. They got a new chef and he ordered the wrong fries.
Crazy. So they changed the ingredients on their menu but didn't update their actual menu.
Yeah.
See, that should be illegal.
But they gave me a $30 gift card.
A $30 gift card? Okay. But see, I appreciate whenever restaurants do mess up, it's like I do appreciate them trying to like reconcile with you in some way. But at the end of the day, it's like I'd rather have paid full price. Like I don't want a free meal and have gotten glutened. I'd rather pay $100 for a meal and not get glutened than like get my meal comped because they glutened me. Like it's your health. So it's like kind of priceless. But it's like what else are they going to do? And like it is a lot to sue a restaurant. And then again, like if you sued every single time, that would be a lot. But then also if people don't sue, then does that just
no change happens?
Yeah, exactly.
Like I was like, if I don't tell them, other people are going to get sick. And when I looked on the Find Me Gluten-Free app, someone had already said like, I got sick the week before from their fries.
Oh my gosh.
And I like rely on that app so much.
Yeah, I do too. Have you been to This Bowl in
Not
Manhattan?
yet.
Okay, so I love This Bowl. Like it tastes amazing. But the last two times I've been, I've like gotten a little sick and like I'm not so severe in terms of like immediate symptoms. But typically what happens for me is like an hour after I eat, I'll get like a stomach ache in a way where I'm like, okay, this is like a celiac stomach ache, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I've gotten that the past few times I've been to This Bowl, but I like love that place and they really scream like, oh, we're gluten-free.
Yeah.
But then I was checking the gluten-free app and I saw that other people have had the same experience. So I'm like, okay, maybe I just need to not risk it anymore, but it's so good.
Yeah, don't risk it for the biscuit, girl. The gluten-free biscuit.
Exactly. And it's like, it's not even anything that's gluten, but it must just be like a cross-contact or like a sauce or something that's like hiding.
I have heard it's really good though.
Oh my God, it's so good. Maybe there's something else I should order, but I think I should just not go. There's too many spots in New York.
No, I know. There's so many good ones.
Yeah, but the Find Me Gluten-Free app is such a good resource because
I like rely on it, honestly. Like when I go out into like different places that I'm like not used to, if like, this might be bad, but like if a restaurant doesn't have like good reviews or like some people have been glutened, like I don't even want to go there, honestly, because I get so anxious.
No, totally.
But
I get that. Yeah. For our listeners that don't know, the Find Me Gluten-Free app is like an app that basically lists a bunch of restaurants and people can submit their own reviews about like how it was with celiac and like gluten-free options and stuff. Is that how you would describe it? Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And you can say like if you're like hardcore, like I will get super sick, or if you're just like gluten sensitive. So like I look through those too to make sure like, oh, if this person has like a severe reaction, then I know like, okay, we're similar. And like if they didn't get sick, hopefully I won't get sick. It's not as like reliable, but.
Yeah. No, totally. But it does help with like anxiety because it just helps if you don't personally know someone that went there, at least someone online says that it was good.
No, literally. I love the reviews.
Yeah. How else, I'm curious, since you were like diagnosed so young, it just like I can't imagine what it's like to have like always had celiac. And because in my mind, it's like a very distinct moment of like, okay, I like lived without celiac disease as like a quote unquote normal person. And then I like suddenly had celiac disease. And then I was like, okay, cool. But I just can't imagine like always having had it. Like, what is your earliest memory of knowing that you had celiac disease and understanding what it was?
Such a good question. Well, I honestly remember the first time I had like a panic attack over my celiac disease, and I think that made me realize, oh my God, like I should be scared eating out. Also, my mom had to drive like super far to try to get me like cupcakes to go to birthday parties and like snacks that were safe because it wasn't like
even
as trendy back then. Yeah, Boston.
Wow,
she would drive like an hour out to some gluten-free grocery store.
Yeah.
And she'd get me like crackers and bread. Like there wasn't as many different kinds of bread. Like there was no Bub's Bakery. Like like it was crazy. But I didn't even like realize it because I'm like, oh, it's just like I'm just going to have like my cupcake that I bring to the birthday party and stuff like that. But probably like the first time I realized it was I was on vacation with my family and I had eaten like bread that they'd said was gluten-free, but it wasn't. So 2 hours later, we're like walking
at
around.
A restaurant?
Yeah, at a restaurant. So 2 hours later, we're like walking around, going to see like a play or something. And I was like, I really don't feel well. And everybody was like, it's okay. Like, we're going to go sit down. You're going to be fine. And I was like 7. I was in first grade. And I like let go of my dad's hand and I started sprinting like anywhere I could find a bathroom.
Oh my gosh.
And I ended up finding a bathroom.
Your parents were probably like.
They didn't know where I was. I was getting sick by myself at 7 years old from celiac all night. And I like faint and like up and like everything.
Yeah.
So it was super traumatic. And then from then on, my mom ended up finding me in the bathroom like an hour later or something. So then from then on, I was just super scared to like go anywhere, even to school. Like it was so sad. So yeah, I guess that.
Because I imagine it's like, especially when you're so young, like now when I'm older and someone tells me something's gluten-free and it ends up not being gluten-free, I'm like, okay, like when you're older, it's kind of easier to like mentally process that and be like, okay, they didn't mean it, like they didn't have that intention. But when you're 7 and you have that experience, I imagine that's just so traumatizing.
Yeah, no, it really, and that's like literally how I gained anxiety, I feel like.
Yeah.
For a really long time till like my freshman year of high school. I mean, still obviously I have some anxiety, but like was like debilitating. Like could not have play dates, like could not go to sleepovers because I was like, what if like the mom accidentally feeds me gluten? Because I'm like, everybody's going to accidentally like poison me. So it was kind of scary.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. That's so challenging.
Yeah.
And what was it like? Because you have a younger sister. Is that your only other sibling?
Yeah.
Okay. And she doesn't have celiac.
No, she can eat everything.
Okay.
So jealous.
I know, right? So what was that like having a younger sister that could eat everything? Was that like, did it make it more challenging because you're like singled out or?
Sometimes it was frustrating because whenever we'd go out, like I would feel like the salad was the best choice for me because it was the safest. And then she could get like a sandwich and like, pastas. And I'm like, ugh, but she lets me smell everything she gets.
Oh my gosh. I've seen so many TikToks that are like honestly, no. I think at this point, the smell of gluten just
irks you.
Yeah, it just gives me a bad vibe. So
yeah, that's like a bread shop. like I can't do. Like I'm like grossed out. But if it's like a pastry shop, I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I kind of like this.
I mean, I do enjoy the scent of like a pie shop if I'm like walking in Manhattan and I smell something. But like if I'm sitting at a table with people, like I don't need to put their plate to my nose and smell it. I'm like, I'm good.
That's awesome.
But I've seen that on TikTok that like so many celiacs
the
do
sniffers.
that. So that's your vibe. Like
I will smell everything.
Okay.
Like my boyfriend, whenever we go out, I'm like, yeah, you're giving me a sniff first.
Yeah. Wait, I was going to ask about with your boyfriend and like navigating a relationship with celiac. So if you're going out, like he'll eat gluten if y'all are eating out at a restaurant?
Yeah. So so when we go out, we also just moved in together like a year ago. Okay. So that was like definitely a change because he's like very nervous about cross-contamination in our kitchen. So he's been really good about eating gluten-free at home, honestly.
Okay, that's
which
good,
was super nice of him to do.
Totally, because that just like helps you feel like you want to have peace of mind at your house. Like,
and I was like, you can totally have bread and like we'll just like clean up after. He was like, no, like I just like would rather you feel safe, which was super sweet. And but when we go out, like he gets all the good stuff. Okay. And I sniff it.
And I don't know if this is like TMI, but like I know there was like a kissing study that came out where it's like you can kiss someone after they have gluten. Do you like make him brush his teeth or like what's that?
That's so interesting. Okay, like at first, yes, I made him brush his teeth. Okay. And I remember in high school, like with my ex-boyfriend, I used to make him brush his teeth too. Okay. But then recently I haven't been and I've been fine.
Okay, interesting. Because they do have this study, but it's like I think there's a difference between like if someone just has like a bagel and like they still have crumbs on their mouth, like obviously you shouldn't kiss them. But like if they're like clean and like wiped off and
like he doesn't have like half a cookie like stuffed under his lip, like ready.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Well, that's good that you haven't gotten sick.
No. Fingers crossed. I don't want to find out.
Yeah, no, totally.
Yeah.
Cool. Wait, okay, so I want to go back to like elementary school. Did you know anyone else that had celiac growing up at all? Like when did you meet your first celiac friend?
No, you know what? I met my first celiac friend in college my freshman year. Okay. I went to the University of Maryland. Go Terps. Okay. And I met my first friend there. It was actually the first day ever. And we were touring. You get like a gluten-free chef at Maryland. It's for everybody. Okay. The gluten-free chef is for all the gluten-free people. But there's like an app that you can do. And so they were showing us like you'll go to the back of the kitchen and you'll get your gluten-free items. Yeah. And Maryland's like a great school for gluten-free people. Okay, love. I don't know if they have like a list of like all the good gluten-free colleges that like cater. Like I know UMass Amherst is awesome.
Okay, interesting. Yeah.
But so I met her on the tour of the kitchen. So, and then we became like really close. So it was really fun.
That's so cool.
Especially in college when everyone's like pigging out at night. Like I know, me and her got to like get our own snacks and like
gluten-free version of like the late night pizza that everyone's ordering. Yeah.
It was awesome.
I love that. That's so fun. Yeah, college was interesting with celiac because I remember like I went to Northwestern and like they had some sort of program that I remember touring an orientation week and they were like, okay, you got to go in every Sunday and like put in your meals that you want for the week and like which dining hall you want to pick them up from. Wow. And I just remember I was like, this is too much for me to do. Like it's not worth it, which it probably would have been worth it looking back on it. But in the moment I was like, I'm a college freshman. I don't know where I'm eating my next meal. Like, I don't want to have to plan which dining hall. I want to be able to like spontaneously go with my friends
to
like
so overwhelmed whatever dining hall. It's like all new.
Yeah. So I remember they did have something like that, but I just very quickly was like, I'm not gonna do this every Sunday night.
Yeah, no, that's
which
valid.
Is like so bad. I should have done that, but I just like went to the buffet and probably was getting cross contact because of that. But you know, you live and you learn.
A lot of people too did that. They didn't use like the gluten-free chef. Yeah. But I remember I had buffalo wings like every single day. I would just put in buffalo wings.
That sounds like, yummy.
Yeah, I love buffalo wings. And I just would put in buffalo wings for like lunches. And then for dinners, I'd do like a salad or a sandwich. And then every single day I'd have the same thing. Yeah. I got buffed out.
No, I'm the type of person, though, maybe it's because of celiac. Like, I can eat the same thing every day and I'm totally fine. Like, I never get bored of anything.
I know. I feel safe, too. It's like comfort food.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, I have the same thing for breakfast every day. I switch up my lunches depending on if I'm in the office or if I'm working from home. And then I have basically the same thing for dinner. Unless I'm, like, going out for, like, a restaurant. Yeah. But, yeah.
No, that makes sense. It's also just easier to meal prep and have the same thing.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Yeah.
I want to talk more about the anxiety with celiac because I know that's something that you're really passionate about and like the mind-gut connection. So moving on to like maybe like middle school or high school is when you said you started to feel more confident like going to a sleepover because you weren't like as anxious about getting glutened.
Yeah.
What was that shift for you? Was it just getting older or what like made you come to that realization?
So I remember I did have like such bad anxiety that in elementary school, like nearing towards middle school, I went to like a food therapist who like specialized. Wow, okay. I think she specialized in celiac disease. And like we would like go over like ways to cope, and like I honestly still kind of use some of it when I feel like my reaction coming on, because it doesn't stop the reaction, but it just helps my anxiety through it because I'm so like freaked out the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, she like, it's kind of silly, but like I like pinch my belly button really hard because it like takes your mind off of your stomach. Because like,
well, they say that like having like some sort of sensory experience helps you like focus in the present and not have as many anxious thoughts, I've heard. Because it's like, there's that one tool that a lot of people say where it's like name 5 things you can see, 5 things you can hear, or whatever. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
No, I love doing that as well, actually. And then what else do? I also have to like keep reminding myself to like breathe.
Okay, yeah.
And I tell myself that this is going to pass because it feels like I'm dying. Like I literally, and I'll tell my friends, like, I'm going to ask you to call an ambulance, don't.
Yeah.
Because like they're always freaked out and they're like, oh my God, we're going to get an ambulance. And I'm like, no, like it's going to pass. It just like has to like literally get out of me.
No, that's like a good reminder. I love remembering to breathe. I actually have this like art piece in my apartment that's just like a giant thing that says breathe, but it's like in moss and like so nice. It looks cool. It's kind of giving live, laugh, love, but I promise it's not that bad.
No, I love that. And moss is so cool.
Yeah, and I love that in my apartment because it just like reminds me to like stay calm. Just in general, not even about like celiac.
No, I love that.
But yeah.
That's awesome. But yeah, so in therapy they taught me some like ways I can cope when I'm out eating or at a friend's. And then I've just like kind of used that. And I think just with age, I'm like, you know what, it's going to happen or it's not going to happen. It's not going to be the end of the world.
Yeah. As long as you do the best that you can, like, at some point things are just out of your control, which sucks, but.
Yeah. I think I've learned to, like, let go more.
Okay, yeah.
Too. Like, I just have to let it go. Like, if it happens, it happens. And I'll survive and I'll be okay. And, like, as long as, honestly, I know people don't like people there when they're, like, getting sick, but I, like, need, like, someone there to be like encouraging, like pep talks, like you got this.
Totally. Yeah. So the decision to go to a food therapist, was that like your parents suggested it to you, or like how did you find out about that?
So I actually at the time I think I was so young that I didn't really understand like, why are you like making me see this person who's like playing games with me and like telling me to do weird things with like my belly button. But yeah, I didn't really understand it, but I think in middle school I started to realize, oh, this person's like there to help me. But yeah, it was my mom who ended up finding her and leading me to food therapy. So it was really good.
Yeah, that's so cool that they gave you like some practical tools that you're able to use. And yeah,
it's good. And I feel like when like other people around me are ever anxious, it's like a good tool to use with them too, not just for food.
Yeah, totally. I'm so curious, like, do you think having celiac, the experiences that it caused you to have, like, growing up, did that lead to you wanting to pursue, like, the career path that you're in at all? Or is that completely unrelated?
That's so interesting. Well, how I think of it is, like, I'm adapting for my students all day. I work with students who are nonverbal on the autism spectrum. And so I'm adapting like books for them. I'm adapting lessons, the curriculum. And then I'm also like honestly adapting like my meals at home. And, you know, we adapt when we go to restaurants. And honestly, throughout life, you just have to adapt to certain situations. So I think that growing up and having this anxiety and needing to adapt in so many different environments, I think it could really connect to my career because I want to adapt for others as well and make sure they feel comfortable, because everybody wants to feel, you know, comfortable and safe.
Yeah, definitely. It's kind of like a transferable skill in a way, like learning how to adapt to different situations or people. Yeah, that's cool. I'm curious, kind of like along that vein, like growing up with celiac, do you think, like, when did you really learn to advocate for yourself? Because, I mean, I imagine when you're in kindergarten and stuff, like your parents are ordering food for you, they're making your lunches, they're talking to your teachers. Was there like an age where you were like, oh, this is like my responsibility now? Was it in college? Was it, because like for me, I felt like I was diagnosed at 11 and then my parents kind of did everything for a bit. And then I didn't really take self-responsibility for celiac till like late college, honestly, whenever I was like, I need to actually take this seriously.
Yeah. Can I ask what your reaction is like?
To like gluten? So I think, honestly, the more I've thought about it, I don't think I'm like an asymptomatic celiac, but just for the longest time, I didn't really understand what my symptoms were because I think I had it my whole life, but I just thought that what I was feeling was normal. But I think it's just like a lot of stomach pain and like digestion issues and then just like skin issues and like general inflammation and like neurological like brain fog and anxiety. I think those are like my biggest tells. I was talking to, Lex Decker.
Yeah, I love Lex.
And she was like, yeah, in college when I was bad about cross-contamination, like my face was just so puffy. And like I look back on photos and I'm like, oh yeah, like my face was so puffy. I think it's just like general inflammation. And then it was causing just kind of like a bunch of different things like joint pain. So it's not so much like I have gluten and then I like feel this one symptom 2 hours later. I don't know if that's the full extent of your symptoms.
There's just such a spectrum of like different symptoms. Like I've met people who don't feel anything at all and they found out because their sibling got tested. Yeah. Or like those that like literally go into anaphylaxis. There's like a huge spectrum.
Wow, I haven't heard of that. Yeah. Really?
Yeah. It's crazy.
Oh my goodness, that almost sounds like an allergy, but it's celiac disease?
I believe so.
Wow, okay. So is your main reaction like the like vomiting and the fainting?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything is just coming out of every pore.
Yeah,
it's super not good.
Yeah. And it's very much like 2 hours later, then you get it out of your system like that night or?
So like I'll ingest it and then 2 hours later I'll start getting like hot and I'll be like, this is so weird. Like I really don't feel well. I'll go to the bathroom. TMI, but like diarrhea vibes. And then I literally will have to have like a bag like over the toilet. Yeah. Like, it's bad. And it goes on for, like, 4 hours. And I'll be, like, sweating and fainting. And, like, like, how the cold tile floor feels super good when you're not feeling well?
Yeah,
like, I'm on the floor for so long.
Oh, my gosh.
And then out of nowhere, I, like, pass out. And then it just, like, hits me like a brick. And I, like, wake up and I'm like, okay, I'm all good after, like, 4 hours.
Crazy. It's so interesting how everyone has different reactions. And I think that's why everyone's celiac experience is so different because like whenever I was younger I didn't really care that much about celiac because I wasn't aware of the symptoms that were going to happen to me, so I wasn't anxious about accidentally having gluten because I honestly just like didn't really care if I did because I didn't notice like what would have happened. But when you're so aware of it, it obviously there's the side effect of then it like makes you more anxious, but then there's like the pro effect of like then you're more intense about it and like more responsible to yourself because you're like very much aware of it. Yeah. So there's so many different ways that like a different celiac experience just like shapes how you deal with it.
No, so true. And I feel like I used to not be a good advocate for myself because I was kind of shy and just anxious about my allergy. But now, and celiac disease, but now I feel like it's made me like more confident and more independent because like especially with this account, like I feel like it's really taught me to trust places and go out and try new things and step out of my comfort zone. So it's been really cool, like kind of stepping into like my new celiac identity.
Yeah, I love that because I feel like we talk about this a lot on the podcast, like our identity outside of celiac disease. Since you've always had it, does it feel just so ingrained to your identity? Is it one of the first things that you share with people when you meet new friends, or how do you feel about it?
Honestly, yeah. I've just had it for so long. I feel like in my head, it's like me and celiac and like celiac's friend. Like I always joke, like if like should I name my dog Celiac? Because like I've
Celie for sure.
Celie, yeah. Like I feel like it's been a constant all my life, and like I've accepted it. And I honestly kind of obviously like people who have never been celiac and have never been gluten-free would be like, why would you say that? But I kind of love like being celiac because it's all I've known, but it's just really brought me a lot of cool, unique opportunities, and it's really had me go outside my comfort zone, and
I love that. Yeah, I did a podcast episode all about like why celiac disease was the best thing that ever happened to me.
Oh my gosh,
which is kind of like an aggressive title. But it was just all about like what I've learned from it and the experiences that it's led me to that wouldn't have happened if I didn't have celiac disease, that have nothing to do with being gluten-free, but it's just, it's kind of like the butterfly effect. Like one thing will just impact your life and you just have to see the positives in it. I posted that episode and then I got a bunch of comments being like, what do you mean? Like, I've had celiac for 10 years and I still hate it. It's like the worst thing. It's so annoying. I'm like, I get that. Like,
cup half full.
It sucks. Yeah. But like after like a certain like grief period or whatever adjustment period, I think it's better to choose to have that mindset about it rather than have a pessimistic attitude, in my opinion.
I agree. Glass half full.
Mm-hmm. So I know that you said like you had a lot of glutened experiences in the past year. Were there any other ones that come to mind that you want to share?
Yeah. Okay. This is a really weird one. Okay. So it was Risotteria Malati.
Oh, I don't like that place.
Okay. Thank you. Because, okay, I'm so sorry.
It's supposed to be a 100% gluten-free restaurant.
It's supposed to be 100% gluten-free. So I'm so excited. I'm like, I'm going to go and I'm going to get like so many things on the menu. So we go and I mean, I ate like the risotto. I ate like some fried calamari, something else. And I'm so happy. I get home exactly 2 hours later.
Oh my gosh.
I'm having my reaction. And I'm like that's pretty much all I ate that day other than food that I made for lunch. So I know like it's definitely from that spot.
Yeah.
So I ended up calling them the next day and I'm like, hi, like I was glutened. Like I'm really upset about it. Like, can I get a refund? Like, can you please check your ingredients because something's not right in your kitchen? Mm-hmm. And they totally gaslit me. They were like, we're 100% gluten-free. Like, it's you. Like, you ate something earlier that day. Like, all this stuff. I'm like, no, I didn't.
Yeah.
That's my like textbook reaction. I end up looking on Find Me Gluten-Free recently. And there also was bad reviews. And then I had posted a TikTok last spring and I was like, when you get glutened at an 100% gluten-free restaurant, and someone commented and said, oh my God, I got gluten there. I used my NEMA sensor and tested it and it said gluten.
Wow. Crazy. Yeah, what do you think is like the ingredient in that?
I don't know. I was wondering if maybe they imported, like, because I know they like import from Italy or something, I think.
Yeah,
so like maybe they imported the wrong flour or I don't even know. But I was like,
that's so bad.
Yeah.
Well, that's like one of the things too. It's like, I don't know if this is like a legal issue, but a restaurant shouldn't be able to advertise that they're 100% gluten-free, celiac safe.
Unless they take like
they
all
actually
the
aren't. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like even if their intention is to be, someone needs to be like checking that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so crazy.
Yeah. And then I was like, great, I can't even trust an 100% gluten-free place.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's so disappointing.
So upset.
Because whenever I go to a 100% gluten-free place, I'm like, oh my God, yay,
I know,
so
me
fun.
too. I'm like, I'm going to get this and this and this. I'm like, what is it like to be able to eat anything from a menu?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
no, it's insane. It's a crazy concept to think about.
Yeah.
But like, that's most people's normal.
Yeah. Wait, when was your last gluten reaction? I'm curious.
Oh my gosh. I honestly think it was this bowl probably.
Really?
Which I went to in December. But it wasn't like so intense, but it was just like afterwards I was like, yeah, my stomach hurts. I got like cystic acne after, so it had to have been a glutened experience.
I'm sorry. I hate being glutened.
I know. And it's so hard because there are so many gluten-free places in New York, but there is a difference between celiac safe and gluten-free, and I feel like a lot of places advertise that they're gluten-free, like this bowl is one of them.
Yeah.
But then something happens and you're just like, you just got to trust like your body and like your gut and everything.
And I just lose trust so quickly now, like going out to restaurants.
I know.
But I just thought of another glutened experience that was like even more traumatic.
Mm-hmm.
So me and my friends went, do you know Shelter Island?
I've heard of that. That's in New York, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like this island, like I'm not from here. Mm-hmm. I'm from Boston. So, and my friends that I went with are also from Boston. So we didn't really know like the vibes or anything, but we found like a cheap place to stay. It was Memorial Day weekend. So we ended up going and we went to this place called like Marie Eiffel Market. It was called, and it had amazing gluten-free reviews on the Find Me Gluten-Free app. So I guess this is like one slip up that I missed, but I ended up getting the fries and it's so weird. It's like when the fries have like little like things on them, like little crusties.
Yeah,
that's typically
it's like a
not.
bad vibe.
Yeah, it's a bad vibe. So those were bad vibe fries.
No.
And I didn't know, and I ate the whole thing. Yeah. And we get back to our Airbnb, and like also like on the island, there's only like a taxi service. There's no Ubers, there's no hospitals. Like you have to take a ferry over.
Oh my
so
gosh.
you're like stuck.
Yeah.
So I start getting my reaction, and my friends have never seen it, and they're like, "Oh my God, we're calling an ambulance." And like I was like, there's no ambulances on this island.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I'm gonna be fine. I just have to like rock it out. So I had my whole reaction, and they were like trying to get me, because I need a lot of fluids during it, because I'm like, it comes out so fast that like
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So it's like food poisoning.
It's crazy. They had to it's literally like food poisoning. They had to taxi to like a random like shop and buy like Gatorades, and like they couldn't find any gluten-free things. So like it was so bad. They ended up finding gluten-free bread though. They went to like 2 different ones, and then I was like good, but it like took the whole day of our trip. So I was like, dang.
Oh, that's the worst. Yeah. Oh my God. I'm sorry that happened. I feel like fries used to be my favorite food. And I was a really bad celiac for a while, and I would never ask about the cross-contamination for the fries because I just loved them so much. But then in my 20s, I was like, okay, I need to actually ask about the cross-contamination for the fries. And now I'm 26, and I've gotten to the point where like I just don't order fries out anymore at all, because I'm like, if there's another side option, like a salad, that's obviously a lot less risk of, even if they say it's gluten-free and cross-contamination free, I just don't really take the risk anymore unless I'm at a place that I know is known to be gluten-free. I don't know, like Schnippers in New York, like they're very good about celiac generally, or like an entirely gluten-free restaurant. Yeah, so I just don't order fries anymore, which obviously is not the best solution to that problem. But
I understand. I've learned the hard way, because fries are also my favorite food. Yeah. And when those 2 places gluten me with fries, I'm like, I just gotta stop. And it's so sad. I love Alexia fries are good.
What is
Have
it?
you had Alexia fries, the frozen fries, in like Whole Foods?
Oh, no.
Those are really good.
I actually haven't. But
the
I feel
waffle ones are like Chick-fil-A.
They're good. Even like the frozen ones you make at home.
So good. Okay, I put a lot of spices on them, but
okay, gotcha.
They're really good. Do you eat Chick-fil-A?
Yeah.
Because their fries are solid. I feel safe.
Yeah, I have their fries whenever I go.
Yeah,
those are
I feel safe with them.
Okay. Yeah.
Chick-fil-A.
Shout out Chick-fil-A. Thank you.
What was your favorite food before you got celiac?
Ravioli.
Interesting.
So like my mom is Italian, so like my family was like had a lot of Italian food growing up.
Ooh.
So I was obsessed with ravioli, and I remember the night.
That's so cute.
Yeah. I actually just had ravioli for the first time in years, like in December for like Christmas Eve dinner, and it was so good. Oh, because it's like hard to find gluten-free ravioli, so I just never have it.
Yeah, it really is.
But I remember the night that I was, and I think I've shared this story on the pod before maybe, but the night that my parents told me that I had celiac disease, we were like supposed to have ravioli like at home, and everyone else had ravioli, and my mom just like served me eggs. And
oh my God, that's so sad.
And I was like, oh, interesting. Like they told me after dinner, but like during dinner I was like so confused.
Oh my God, that's so funny, but also very sad. That's crazy.
It's like, okay, eggs, interesting.
Eggs, I'm dead. That's so funny.
Wait, okay, so you asked me a question before we started recording about like if I wanted my kid to have celiac disease.
Yeah.
And I was like, if I could choose, like, no.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it would just be easier if they could just eat like normal things. Have you, like, I don't know if you like want kids in the future, like if you've thought about like if they have a celiac or if they don't have a celiac. I know now, like living with your boyfriend, like there's no gluten in the home, which is really nice.
Yeah.
But like, would you see yourself wanting to continue that with having kids?
Well, that's a good question. I do really want kids, but I don't know if this is like selfish to say, but like if there was like a little kid, like if I had a kid with celiac too, I feel like that'd be kind of special and like a bonding moment. And I kind of would like that. But if my kids didn't have celiac, I wouldn't make them eat gluten-free, because I just feel like forcing like a kid to eat gluten-free, like they could develop an allergy. And I hate when people are like, oh, it's trendy. I know a lot of people have talked about it, like, oh, it's trendy, so like I'm gonna be gluten-free, and it hurts us celiacs, because then we're not taken as seriously because it's seen as like a fad. So yeah, I wouldn't like force them to eat gluten-free, and like they could totally have their glutinous products in the house in a safe way.
Yeah, totally. I agree. Well, I think like there's no reason for a child to have like gluten-free bread if they don't need to be gluten-free for a medical reason.
Yeah.
And I actually think like gluten-free bread is worse for you if you don't have celiac, because
Yeah.
it's like a lot of them are just like not the best ingredients and stuff.
A lot of
and
sugar.
not as fresh. Yeah, exactly. So if I have kids, like I'm very, obviously I have like a wellness podcast. I'm like very into like health and wellness, and I'd want them to have like a really like strong, like nutritious diet, and I'd be like very focused on that. But if I'm gonna be like cooking some of the meals, I wouldn't want to cook something with gluten, I don't think. I've never done that just because I wasn't cooking anything before I was 11, and there's no reason for me to cook gluten food now.
Yeah, I'd be freaked out to like touch flour.
Yeah.
Low-key.
But I think like having just like a natural gluten-free diet where it's just like focused on like things that are naturally gluten-free, like they can have like quinoa as their grain for the night. And then like if they go to school, maybe if they have a good cafeteria, they can get like a regular gluten bread there or whatever, or like out to eat. Everyone can get whatever they want. But yeah, I think I would want to have like a gluten-free household, but not in a way where everyone has to eat like strictly gluten-free.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Like I'll have like Cheez-Its. Not I won't eat them, but like my kid who eats gluten can eat Cheez-Its because it's in like a compact and like give it in a bag. And also like I heard Cheez-Its are good. I haven't tried the new ones. Have you?
I haven't, no. But I hear they're amazing.
I've never tried a Cheez-It.
Oh my God, that's so true.
Isn't that crazy?
Because I've had a Cheez-It. It's just been a while.
I haven't tried a lot of things. I've never had like a real cookie. Never had pizza.
But you've had gluten-free pizza, right?
Gluten-free
pizza.
Okay. Which
but
I
now
hear
that there's a
the
gluten-free version of the Cheez-It, like, you're good. Because, like, the gluten-free Oreo, like, it's the same, in my opinion.
That's what I hear. And I love Oreos, I've realized. After those came out, I was like, I love Oreos.
Yeah.
So good. But yeah, on my deathbed, though, I feel like I want to have pizza.
Oh, like you're going to have gluten on your deathbed?
Oh, yeah. Like, if I know, like, I'm dying, like, I'm picking out a whole spread. Like, I'm having a gluten feast, like, in front of me, and I'm just shoving my face. I'm like, bye.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah. Well, that's what I, like, dream of. But,
yeah.
Like, hopefully
that
someday.
Is crazy because you've never had it at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someday. Hopefully. They make, like, a shot or something.
Hopefully when you're, like, 105.
I know. They keep saying something's going to come out, and it hasn't. Like, a shot or...
Well, would you feel comfortable? Like, if they came out with a pill, would you take it and eat gluten, you think?
I feel like I'd honestly have to see, like, the research and, like, know how many participants with, like, severe, like, reactions responded. Yeah. But, like, if it's positive research, I'm so down to try it.
Yeah. Interesting. I feel like I'm a little, like, anxious about it. I maybe wouldn't be, like, one of the first people to use it, but maybe after 5 years, I'd be like, okay, I'll like, try this.
Yeah, I can't be in the celiac trials. I've, like...
Yeah, no.
Because my reaction is, like, so crazy.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Yeah. Crazy. And even, like, not even the immediate reaction, but just, like, the long-term effects are just, like, terrifying, too. So you were diagnosed at 1. Did you kind of have, like, follow-up appointments with your celiac doctor throughout your life to, like... see if things were working?
Yeah, okay. I did. I have had actually, he was like a pediatrician gastro. Okay. So I just stopped seeing him and I got a new one in the city. Okay. But yeah, I saw him all my life. Like he's the one that like literally diagnosed me with celiac through the endoscopy. Dr. Winter, love him, in Boston. I've had like, annual checkups with him growing up and yeah.
Yeah. All right. This was such a fun convo. Thank you for being so open about everything.
Thank you for having me and creating such an awesome podcast where everyone feels safe to talk about their autoimmune disorder.
Thank you. I want to end with some rapid fire questions. So, what would you say to someone who feels anxious or trapped by celiac disease?
I would say that you can totally step outside your comfort zone, and there are so many options nowadays and communities that are there to support you. So if you go looking for resources and advocate for yourself, that anxiety will definitely decrease.
Yeah, I love that. If you could tell your younger self one thing about living with celiac, what would it be?
That's a good one. One thing living with celiac is that trust your gut. If you think, oh, that doesn't look right, then just don't eat it.
Yeah. I love that because there's so many times where I've like seen something and I like have this feeling, I'm like, this can't be gluten-free, but like they said it was, and I
Every
eat
single
it,
time.
and then it always ends up not being gluten-free.
Yeah. So just like trust your gut, and also like don't be afraid to ask questions. Like I have called like waiters over like 2 or 3 times to be like, can you just confirm with them that this is gluten-free? Like I am like really allergic.
Good. Yeah, no, it's important.
Yeah. And I used to be shy and not want to do that.
Yeah, which is so valid, especially when you're like growing up. It's hard.
You don't want to be a burden.
Exactly.
Feel like
Yeah.
one.
Wait, okay, but one thing that I love that you do is like you call a restaurant like the next day and you're like, hey, like I ate at your spot.
Yeah.
I got glutened. Like, what's up with this? Like, obviously in a respectful way.
Yeah. And I used to tell my mom, do not call them. Don't tell them I got sick. Like, I don't want to like start drama.
Yeah. I have never thought to do that. I don't know why, but there's so much value in that because you're like helping them be aware for the next person. Or like if you want to go back to that place. I mean, I've never been back to a place after I've been glutened because I'm like never again.
I don't trust it. Also, like, well, everything inside me is screaming like, fuck you, I'm going to write a bad review. But I don't like to do that because you don't know, like, there's so much like context to situations. So I just kind of am like, you know what, like dial it back, and I'd rather help them and make sure no one else gets sick. Yeah.
Yeah. I love that. That's such a good thing to start doing. I feel like that inspires me, and hopefully it'll inspire
because it helps them in
listening.
the future. Like it's better for them to like know than to just like keep that to yourself.
Exactly, because then they would never know.
Yeah, and they probably
happened.
A lot of places don't mean to do that at all.
Exactly. Yeah.
Or know that they're doing it.
No, totally. Okay, biggest celiac misconception.
Ooh, biggest celiac misconception that it's healthy. I don't know if you hear that all the time.
Yeah.
But like being celiac, like being gluten-free, it's like trendy and a fad, but like it's really not healthy. Like I'm eating Reese's peanut butter cups every night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. It has nothing to do with being healthier versus not. And like if you're gluten-free because of celiac, you're just trying to be like a normal level of healthiness.
Yeah. Like I'm still getting like all my nutrients and choosing like to not eat unhealthier foods. But like we can still totally eat like unhealthy foods like chips and candy.
Totally. Yeah, so much gluten-free stuff is unhealthy.
Yeah, and I love it all.
Yes. Favorite NYC restaurant?
Oh, my favorite restaurant. Oh, this is a good one. Okay, wait. I'm obsessed with Nems.
Oh, I don't know that one.
Nems. So Lex actually has an awesome waffle from there, the banoffee waffle.
Oh, I have seen that on video. Okay, yeah.
So they make these mochi waffles, and I'm obsessed with them. Like I went once like 3 weekends in a row for breakfast.
Oh my God.
It's so good. And I get Lex's or the one with eggs, bacon, and it comes with like a maple syrup that you can get spicy.
Okay.
And this is weird, but I asked for mayo on the side.
Okay.
I love mayo. It's so weird, I know. But I love mayo.
Interesting. I don't not like mayo, but I don't know if I would do that.
Yeah. But you gotta go to Nems. Like,
okay, yeah.
It's so good.
I love the savory sweet combo. That sounds good.
Me too.
Okay, favorite gluten-free bread brand?
Oh, Canyon.
Oh, interesting.
I love Canyon.
Okay, yeah. Nice.
What's your favorite?
Okay, I have recently tried Dijon Bakery. It's not really like a brand because it's a bakery and you have to like ship from them. You can't buy it at the grocery store. They were so nice and they sent me like 6 loaves of bread and I'm like, this is going to last me hopefully a long time. I never want to have bread from anywhere else again. Like I'm obsessed with it.
Really? I need to check it out.
So good.
Dijon, you said?
Dijon
bread.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's in New Hampshire.
Oh, cool.
But they ship and oh my God, it's delicious. It like changed my life.
I need to try it. Okay. Thank you for the rec.
Yeah. All right. This was so fun. Where can everyone follow you?
You can follow me at Gluten-Free Jenny with 2 Y's at the end.
On TikTok and Instagram?
Yes.
Amazing. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to rate the show, leave us a 5-star review, and share this episode with a friend. And I will see you guys here next Wednesday. Bye. Thanks for listening to this week's episode of the Celiac Diaries podcast. I hope you're leaving with a tip, a story, or just a little inspiration to live your best life with celiac. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to follow the show, share it with a friend, or leave a review. I'll see you back here next Wednesday. And until then, stay well.